I know a lot of us have those days, weeks, maybe months, where we just don't feel like creating. We're not inspired. We are doubting ourselves. We're like, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to pursue my passion? I go through this a lot, more than I would want to admit, but I know that a lot of people also do. This is something a lot of creatives struggle with. It's just like overthinking, overanalyzing, and then not being able to create anything. I want to share 5 tips that I personally do to get out of my creative ruts and to feel motivated and just start making stuff again. Number 1, stop trying to create. I know this kind of sounds counterproductive, but there's something called analysis paralysis. Simply put, analysis paralysis is just overthinking to the point of paralysis. You're so caught up in overthinking your decisions that you don't make a decision at all. I feel like this applies to a lot of us creatives because we think so hard, especially when we're not feeling motivated. We're like so hard on ourselves and we're just like, why can't I make anything? Why isn't this working? Why? And we're all up in our head, and then at the end of the day, we end up making nothing. If anything, we feel worse than when we, sat down with a pencil and paper. I do think one of the most important things that you can do is just step away from your desk, step away from the canvas, step away from the video, whatever it is, and do nothing. Try to get your mind off of it. And of course, that's easier said than done. But I promise you, once you kind of get that stress away from not doing anything, not creating anything, not feeling motivated, once you get out of your head, you'll feel a whole lot better. Sitting there and thinking isn't going to make it better. It's just like I was saying, analysis paralysis. You're going to be paralyzed to the thought of even creating. You're not going to come up with any ideas if you're stressing about making things the entire time. So that's why I just say, get away from your desk, go outside, take a walk. Don't think about creating. Number 2, get inspired, observe, and talk. Literally, Pinterest is made for this. Pinterest is made for people to save to a pin board and look at all their visual references. I don't use Pinterest like that. I literally just save things on my desktop or on Instagram or whatever I'm doing or take pictures. But I think something that really helps me is to look for inspiration. I'm not thinking about creating, but I'm looking at other people's work. And sometimes this can go the wrong way. You can kind of get down on yourself by seeing all these amazing things that people are creating, but I think you should go into the mindset of taking inspiration from, because honestly, everything that you create, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, it's from seeing other things in the world and culture on TV, commercials, etc. There's nothing that's made in a bubble. We all are almost like a collective mind. We're all taking things from other things that we see. Art is, of course, subjective, but art is a thing that you can look at a painting that somebody did 800 years ago, 500, whatever, I don't know, math, years ago, and be inspired from it to create something. It's kind of amazing. It's just a web and string of just creations and art. Anyways, that's off topic. Also, it's not just getting inspired from work. It's like we want to have conversations with people who are interested in the same thing. Go on Instagram, somebody that inspires you, and talk about, hey, how did this idea come into mind? How did you do XYZ? Hey, what do you think about today's politics? I don't know, don't ask that, but just ask questions and spark conversations. I promise you that will help you a lot. But yeah, get inspired, look at work, look at art, read. You will feel inspired. Talk to people, observe. If you're liking this video, smash the like button and hit the like button, subscribe, and comment 2 words that describe your state without actually saying. If you can figure out mine, also comment bachelorette party. Number 3 is reflecting at your own work. Look at the work that you've done in the past. I literally have my work going on behind me, but every time I do feel down, it's like I look at all the past work that I've done and I've looked at how far I've came. I think this is healthy to do even when you're not feeling down on yourself or when you're feeling motivated. I feel like it's healthy to critique yourself and see how far you came in the amount of time that you've been doing it. When I look at the first video that I made, I'm like, ew, but wow, isn't that amazing how far I've came in 5 years? You know what I mean? Maybe it's a narcissistic thing, I don't know. But it's like, look at your own work and it should make you excited. Damn, I've came this far in 3 years. How's it going to be in the next 3 years if I keep on working on this thing? That's what inspires me to keep on going. I always look at the work. I look at the clients that I've had, the amazing people that I've worked with, and I'm like, if I keep on doing this, where am I gonna end up in 3, 4, 5 years? You know, that's the exciting thing to me. And it's like, damn, you've been doing it for 5 years. Why would you fucking quit now? Keep on going, like keep on getting inspired, like keep going and see where you can get in the next 5 years. You know, you never know when your passion can become your full-time moneymaker, your full-time gig, you know, and that's what's exciting. You never know who's watching. You never know when something's going to happen. So it's like, just keep on going. Even if it's on the side, put an hour into it each week, an hour each day, whatever it is, you're working towards something, and you just need to keep on going so you can reap the benefits. Reap the benefits. So tip number 4 is to declutter. And that's declutter physically and mentally. I'm not a minimalist by any means. I'm a filmmaker, and that means I have a lot of equipment that I don't need. But sometimes when I'm feeling unmotivated and I don't want to work at all, I just have to clear off my desk. There might be too many things on it, and honestly, your space that you're working in is your creativity, you know? If you're in your living room, you don't want a whole bunch of stuff and clothes just flung everywhere. Your pizza from last night, you know what I mean? You don't want all that around you. Like, you literally want a clean slate. Like, whatever inspires you, you want to be around that. And I'm pretty sure trash doesn't inspire you unless you're that type of artist, which I have met. If you sit down in your office or your desk or wherever you work and you're like, oh, I need to clean or I need to do this, you're not putting yourself in a great situation already. You're just sitting down and you're already telling yourself, ugh, I need to do X, Y, Z. Like, you don't want that. So I would say, like, if you're feeling unmotivated to work, take some time, get away from your desk, come back, clear it all out. Just clear your desk, clean. And then I promise you, in some shape or fashion, you're going to feel a little better. Whether that's the answer, I don't know, but it's a step to the right direction. Along with decluttering physically, there's decluttering mentally. I don't really talk about things unless, you know, I'm asked about it, but I do write. I write a lot. It's something that I can do without being judged on because nobody reads it. I just open up my journal and I just write what's on my mind. A lot of the time when I'm feeling down or when I'm in these ruts, I do write my thoughts out, whether that's what I'm doing today, what I'm doing tomorrow, how can I make more money, what am I doing next year. That's almost like a form of therapy, and that's almost how I'm trying to treat YouTube. It's like whatever's on my mind, I want to get it out in front of camera, edit it, and it's a form of content, it's a form of art, and it's a form of expression for me. But let me read you something that's in my journal. We're just gonna flip to a random page. Honestly, I think this is when I was in a creative rut myself and I was just writing. And it's really not even a full page, it's just a little section right here. And it says, our videos lack scenes, effects, things to keep video interesting. What things can we add to keep interest? That's literally all this page says. That's an example of what I do when I'm feeling down or like I need to get out of my head and declutter my thoughts. I just write it all down, literally. It doesn't have to make sense. Nobody's gonna read it but you. Write it down, get it out of your head, and hopefully that will get you to a better mind space in order to create and get back to your passion. Number 5 is to get an interest or a new hobby. I say hobby really lightly. What I do, honestly, like right now, I am really heavy on leather making. I haven't bought any equipment or anything like that, but I've been watching videos, writing down, taking notes on how to make like a wallet or how to make a bag. And why am I doing this? Because I feel like I need a hobby, you know? I do video full time now, and that wasn't the case 2 or 3 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, video was my hobby, and that's what occupied my time and money. And now that that's not the case, it's like I don't feel like I have anything to do besides video, and video is almost feeling like a job to me. Creative minds just need different outlets to manifest itself, and I think that a lot of us tie ourselves down to one thing, and we're good at this thing and we don't want to try anything else because this is our thing. But I feel like once you get out of that bubble and start dipping into other creative spaces, we start to see other passions, we start to see other things that we want to do. But yeah, find hobbies, find new interests, just occupy your mind with other things that you could do. YouTube is a thing, so YouTube, you can literally figure out how to do the most randomest things. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this, again, if you could subscribe, hit the like button, and comment. Okay, bye.